In 2026, the lead quality is the single biggest lever in any business that sells anything expensive online. So if you want more leads, you want more qualified book calls, and more revenue inside your high-ticket service-based business, this is the lever. It's not your hook, it's not your offer, it's not your closer, it is lead quality. And almost every single coach, agency, info brand, and operator selling anything expensive online right now is optimizing for exact opposite of it. So if your show rate is dropping, if your close rate is dropping, if your sales team keeps telling you the leads are terrible, you don't have a sales problem, you don't have a closers problem, you don't have a creative problem. You have an optimization problem at the ad account level. I'll explain it a bit. So you told Meta to go buy you the cheapest possible action in the funnel, and Meta did exactly that. It went and bought you the cheapest, lowest intent humans on the platform, cheap CPL, and then you handed those humans to a closer or setter and asked them to turn water into wine. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to flip that. We're gonna break down why the funnel most people are running is silently killing and capping their business, and what the correct funnel looks like in 2026, 2027, and the right optimization event to choose inside of Meta. We're also going to walk through the 5-question qualification framework I've A/B tested across about $125,000 in active ad spend in the last few days, and the small handful of changes that take a cold lead and turn them into a booked call that's qualified, ready to buy from you without you needing to spend more money on ads, more money on closers, and more money on setters. Anyways, let's get right into this video. By the way, this asset that I created, this is all custom. I'm gonna put in the link in the description so you guys can copy and paste this for yourself, or just for a talk track that's easier. So we talked about why lead quality is very important in 2026. We talked about who this is for. We talked about it's not a sales problem, it's more of like an optimization problem, which I'll be explaining in a bit. And stop buying cheap leads and start buying actual book calls. Talked about the agenda today, and we will talk about, well, first of all, who the hell am I? Hi, my name is Gian Espino. I've had the privilege to manage over $87 million in ad spend. I'm a marketer, a full stack marketer, from launching your ads, managing your ads, making sure you're making a lot of money, making sure you're generating a lot of leads. And we've worked with really big accounts such as Amazon.com, Polymarket, and a lot of accounts spending $300,000, $600,000 per month on Meta ads. So everything that I'll be showing is live, so you guys can learn from my mistakes, my clients' mistakes, but also their successes as well. All right, so first of all, let's talk about why the old funnel broke and the cost per book call mental model. So back then, the metric for any lead gen campaigns was CPL, but that's not the case. Your CPL doesn't matter. What really matters is your CPBC, your cost per book call, or hell, even your CPQBC, your cost per qualified booked call. So C means cost, what you actually paid. P is per, B is booked, and C is call. But I like to use CPQBC, cost per qualified call. So let's go to the next part here. So the biggest problem that I see is a lot of people are using the wrong funnel and the wrong optimization event. That's simply it. So most people, because I've worked with a lot of the big guys in this space who had a lot of clients where they have like 100, 200 accounts, and they needed to launch like funnels for their clients, like Meta ads, in volume, and that's easy to launch. And that's why a lot of accounts, like hundreds and hundreds of businesses, are using this format. So this funnel that a lot of people are running, a lot of businesses that are trying to get leads, more calls, are using this funnel. They're running a video ad. I'll have a drawing in a bit, so it'll help visualize for you guys. People are running a video ad to a native lead form or an opt-in, to a landing page or a VSL, to a booking link, and then to a live sales call. So let's have a drawing here. This is pretty cool. I created this all custom, even this drawing feature. Okay, so let's say they watch an ad, all right? So they watch this ad. This is on Meta. So it's maybe 60 seconds, 90 seconds. And then they go to a opt-in. So this is a Facebook native opt-in that maybe asks for your name, your email, and then your phone number. If you're smart, you probably have conditional logic questions to like help filter. So conditional logic. It's really difficult to spell with a mouse. Or sometimes if you're smarter, you use maybe 2FA or like the SMS verification, SMS verification, right? So people see an ad. So this is the funnel most people run, or like launch for their business. They launch an ad, most of the time it's images, to a Facebook native lead form, a lead form. Some people use conditional logic to make it better. Some people use SMS verification. And after people submit their information, they go to a landing page, right? It has a headline, right? It has a VSL, which is good, standard. It has a button to actually book in a call with them. And then from there, you have a calendar. So it has your availability. These are the available dates that you can select, right? 30 days. And then they hop on a sales call, right? So let me draw a call for you guys. Right, and then money. Oh God, that does not look like a call. I am so sorry. Please do not strike my account. That does not look like a call. Okay, so that's what a typical funnel looks like. Video ad, data lead form, landing page, calendar, live call. But the problem with optimizing for lead forms, right? If you're running a lead form on Meta, well, you know when you set this up yourself, you're optimizing for leads. That's the default option. You can't even optimize for like qualified calls. You can't optimize for book calls. You can't optimize for appointments or like schedule calls. So that setup that you already have, you're already heading in the wrong direction. You're optimizing for something very, very low quality, low intent. And I'll show you the reason why that's terrible. As I mentioned, you can have, conditional logic questions. You can have SMS verifications. Sometimes people have like a custom opt-in, but it's going to be the same outcome. All right, even having these are going to help improve lead quality marginally. It's going to increase the cost per lead quite a bit, but you're going to have this roughly the same outcome across the board. It's not going to help. So why is this the wrong optimization event? And also, why is this the wrong funnel event? When you're optimizing for leads, terrible. So if you're running a lead form or an opt-in, why is the optimization terrible? So first of all, you want to be always optimizing for as close to the end result as you want, as possible. In our business, for local service-based businesses, our end result that we want is a sale, purchases, money. All right, that's the end thing that we want. But you have to work backwards into optimizations. So it comes to a sale. What's before a sale? It's a live call. What's before a live call? It's a lead. What's before a lead? They see the video ad, right? That's the fun. That's the flow of the funnel. Video ads, which is like engagement and traffic. They see the video to a lead, right? They click on learn more. They submit their lead information to a book call, to a live call, to a sales call. You can optimize. To make more money, you have to optimize as close to the event as possible. But there's an inverse correlation between moving close to the end result, which gives you the best lead quality, but there's an inverse correlation between your cost. It's very expensive. If you optimize for sale, the end results, if you're in a local service-based business, your product cost or your service cost is like multiple 4 figures, multiple 5 figures. To get that, your cost is going to be very, very high. Great lead quality, but very high. But if you go to the other end of the spectrum, optimize for something very, very low intent, like traffic, profile visit views or anything like that, your lead quality is going to be terrible. You're going to get a lot of views, maybe followers, which is great. But you want to have a good balance between volume and also costs. So you have to optimize for book calls, or even better, qualified book calls, if you're using like Conversion API. So that's the reason why it's wrong funnel and wrong event. Okay, so what is the right optimization order? As I mentioned, the main goal is to make money. Number 2 is to get a sale on the live call. Book call is next, and lead, which is lower intent, and video view is the lowest intent. So imagine a upside down triangle. All right, also reason number 2, when you're optimizing for, let's say, an opt-in or a Facebook native lead form, you'll get a cheap CPL. But here's the biggest problem. You get a lot of leads, but not a lot of calls. Even if you're really, really dialed on the setting side, you're dialing these leads within 30 seconds, which is really crazy fast. You have email, SMS flows, you have setters on board, you have 4 setters or some crazy thing with that, even for like low spend. You get a cheap CPL. Let's say your CPL is 10 bucks. Could be lower, but for this example, 10 bucks, so it's easy math. You're most likely doing a 1% lead to call conversion from the set calls, right? So let's say you get 100 leads. Out of those 100 leads, only one of them actually book in a call, which is terrible, which means your actual cost per call is $1,000, right? If it's 1%, it's 100 people out of 100, right? So 100 times 10, 1,000 cost per call. Very, very freaking expensive. Obviously, this is an exaggeration, but it just showcases you how expensive it can be if your lead to call ratio is very, very low. That's the second reason why lead forms or opt-ins are really bad when you're optimizing for leads. Reason number 3, these people are low intent. Low intent in, low intent out. If you're optimizing for something low intent, like for leads, you're gonna get terrible lead quality. You wanna optimize for something better. You wanna optimize for buyers, qualified calls, book calls, schedules. Because you're just telling Meta when you optimize for leads, or when you're using an opt-in optimizing for leads, or you're using a Facebook native lead form optimizing for leads, you're telling Meta to find you people who fill out the forms. You're not telling Meta to find you people that buy, the qualified people, rich people that actually book in a call and show up. So you told Meta to find people that fill out the forms. It found the cheapest form fillers on earth. That's why you have a cheap CPL. Cheap CPL does not mean anything. So even the few that do book, they're just not ready to buy. It's low intent based off the optimization event that you choose on Meta and also the funnel itself. And also setter blames lead quality, but the funnel chose those leads, which is terrible. Not only that, there's going to be section 3, slow follow-up is burning book calls. So problem, most teams reply in hours. So if you want to fix the amount of calls that you're getting, it's obviously speed to lead. I want to give you like a simple framework that you can implement for yourself, which I call the 05-30-24 method. Very, very elementary and basic. That's something you need to implement. If you have nothing, right? You're getting leads, but you're not getting calls, you need to implement at least something basic like this. For our clients, I'll give you like a TLDR later, what we do for our clients. It's a bit more complex, but I'll give you like a quick rundown. So problem, most teams reply in hours, not minutes, because nobody owns the inbox between 6 p.m., 9 a.m., right? Out of office hours. New principle, speed to lead is now speed to booked call. Okay, so within the 0 minutes, you confirm via SMS, a calendar invite, 5 minutes, setter dials, warms the prospect, 30 minutes in, a voice memo, reminder text, 24 hours in, 2 minutes, reframe video before the call. We actually call this a partnership video. A partnership video is basically a secondary VSL, a secondary landing page that answers the top FAQs that people have. One of the FAQs that we typically get is like, hey, what's it like? What's a done for you, like a one-to-one done for you partnership look like with you, Gian? And I just send them like a custom landing page, like a partnership video that breaks down day by day. It's like, hey, day 1, we do this. Day 7, we do this. 14, day 30. This is when you can make money. This is things that you watch out for. This is what we need from you. This is what our deliverables look like. But this is a very, very simple framework that you need to be implementing, the 05-30-24 method. For our clients, what we implement is quite a bit, not only for people to show up on the call. Number 1, we got the lead from the form. Then we have retargeting ads, which are fairly basic. A mixture of retargeting ads that's for the scheduled event, higher intent, but also for optimizing for profile visit views for retargeting. So we can really increase that frequency on the ad level. That's basic. Number 2, and those videos is going to be a mixture of long form and FAQs, case studies, objection handling. By the way, when you upload on the ad account, you can upload long form, right? So anything more than 3 minutes. It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I personally upload my YouTube videos for educational, for the retargeting campaigns. If you just boost it on your desktop, like you can't upload anything more than 3 minutes, so be careful there. So that's going to be for the retargeting front. Not only that, for our clients, we urge them to sign up with SendBlue. SendBlue's a bit pricey, but if you're spending $100,000 a month on ads, like a few $100, this does not move the needle for them, which is good. For SendBlue, it's when they text, like the automations, the SMS automations, they don't go out on GHL, which is like a green text bubble. It goes out as a blue text bubble. Blue has a higher response rate compared to green, higher response rates, higher conversations, higher pickup rates, higher book calls, higher live calls, and more deals for you, which means more money for you. So we build out the entire SMS, the SendBlue SMS flows that has voice notes, selfie videos, landing pages, YouTube links, personalized text, all custom. So even for my SMS flows, if you opt into our funnel, I send over voice notes, landing pages, so custom landing pages, like we call them value assets, partnership landing pages, YouTube links, voice notes, voice notes, voice notes, voice notes, right? It really helps improve show rates. So if your show rate is below like 50%, like I would highly recommend having a feature like that. SendBlue, selfie videos, voice notes. But not only that, for some clients, we collect their like Instagram handles in their funnel, so we can get their setter to actually dial them, message them on Instagram, like their like at least 9 Instagram posts, like their story highlights, like their current story swipe up. So our response rates are better. So it's not only getting a response on retargeting ads, email, SMS, but also Instagram as well. That's going to be very important. One of the biggest parts as well is going to be emails. So not only your basic default email reminders, like your email flows, please do not use the basic calendar reminders like, hey, your call is coming up in 24 hours, 12 hours, or 5 minutes. That's not going to move the needle. What really moves the needle is like custom HTML emails. That's all branded, but not only that, it's value based. It's amazing. You want to provide value. So what I always urge my clients, and also what we build out for clients, is we don't tell them to just send over reminders. Each reminder is value. How can we give so much value to all the prospects, the leads that are coming through the funnel without asking for anything in return? But not only that, not only a custom HTML flow. For some clients, it's like 4 emails per day for 7 days straight. The cadence is going to be different. HTML flow, not only it's like value based, but not only that, the value extends more than just the text. For each landing page, for each email, we create custom landing pages. Imagine this. This resource that you see on this screen, we can use this as a value asset on email, right? We can just paste this in the HTML file code, and then we make sure people have access to this, so we can give them value, not only text-wise but also visual-wise as well. So yeah, imagine 4 times 7, like 4 emails per day, 7 days straight, 21 custom landing pages. Most people are running one landing page, which is their VSL call funnel. For our clients, we run multiple value assets. How can we build so much trust, give so much value away completely for free? That's specifically for high-ticket service-based businesses. Anyways, that's what no one is really doing, but that's what has worked well for us and also for our clients. But I digress. If you don't have anything, kindly follow the 053024 method. So SMS, calendar invite, dial them, please. This probably has one of the biggest lifts. Even if you have no email and SMS flows and nothing at all, no retargeting ads. Number one thing that's going to help your business is just you dial these leads within 5 minutes. That probably has one of the biggest impact in terms of show rates. Voice memos, if you create a group chat on WhatsApp, please use these for like reminder text, and then like a 2-minute reframe video, selfie video. So TLDR, what we build out for our clients, email flows, HTML flow with value-based emails, but custom value-based landing pages, similar to what you see here. So imagine 21 of those, and then you just go to your nurture flow. SMS flows on SendBlue with personalization for voice notes, selfie videos, PDFs, YouTubes, custom links, value assets to improve show rates, response rates, show rates, and more money for our clients. Instagram as well, so Instagram flows, and then also for some clients, if they're based in the UK, WhatsApp flows as well. That helps improve your show rates if your lead quality is dialed in terms of the messaging. Okay, not only that, there's one thing I do want to talk about before we conclude this video. Is going to be when it comes to improving lead quality, not only that it's, the optimization of your ad account, not only it's the ad account, like what funnel you actually choose, right? Instead of using lead forms or opt-ins, that you use a VSL call funnel with a Typeform embed optimized for schedule. Let me draw that out for you, and then let's talk about the actual questionnaire flow. Okay, So this is, oh gosh, this is a terrible drawing. Okay, so let me make some space real quick. Let's pop up this drawing. Okay, so this is what most people run, right? They have video ad to a lead form, to a VSL page, to a booking page, to a sales call, to making some money. The difference here is when you use for a lead form, you optimize for leads. Low intent, not good. The funnel that has been working in 2026 is this. Same, a video ad. But instead of a lead form, you go straight to the VSL page, right? You have this VSL player, and then you actually have the questionnaire flow here. So this lead form is actually already embedded on the page. So this enables you to go to the booking page, right? And then after the booking page, you go to like a thank you page, like a confirmation page, which I'll showcase in a bit. So thank you. On this page, this is where you want to have the event called schedule. Having this event, so schedule pixel code. This will improve your lead quality. And from there, a call happens, right? Live call. I'm gonna spell it out this time. And then you make money. So instead of optimizing for leads, you optimize for your calls. So inherently, it is better lead quality. But not only that, changing up the funnel is going to help improve lead quality, makes you more money, higher show rates, but not only changing the optimizations. What else improves the lead quality? It is actually this thing. So it's actually the questionnaire. So we did this test in the last few days, last week and a half, 2 weeks, across our spend and also a lot of our clients' ad spend as well, roughly accounting to $125,000 in this A/B test. It's going to be the questionnaire. Let me exit out of this. So let me clear everything here. So as I mentioned on the questionnaire, let's make this a bit bigger. All right, you have a landing page, has a bit of text. You have your VSL player, but now you have your questionnaire here. I'll give you a live example too, so it's easier for you guys. All right, it's like yes or no button. One of the most important things when it comes to improving lead quality is actually what you actually say and how you ask the questions on the questionnaire. So let me explain. We did this A/B test with a lot of different types of questionnaires. By the way, we use it for like B2C and also for B2B, mid-ticket and also like high-ticket businesses as well. This is the flow that balances out your volume, but also the lead quality. I'll give you an example. So let's break it down first. Let's say your questionnaire has one question, right? One question. What does this mean? You'll have a cheaper cost per call, cost per book call, which is good, but your lead quality is terrible. Lead quality, or low quality. But let's say you have 100 questions, right? That's a lot, we don't do that. But I want to give like a very drastic example. Say you have 100 questions to actually filter through. So people that do complete it, it's very high quality. High quality. But the downside is freaking crazy cost per book call, right? This is too much, too expensive. Let's say your cost per call is $10,000. Yeah, you can close that person because they gone through 100 questions. A really good lead quality, but it's going to be very expensive. It might be your CAC might be way too much more. Your CAC might be higher than your AUV, so it's not good. So you want to find balance. What is the fine balance between like 1 and 100 questions? It's not only the volume of questions that you ask, like how many questions you ask, but it's also what type of questions you ask. I'll give you an example. For this A/B test, we A/B tested 10 questions, like a 10 questionnaire flow on Typeform. Typeform, Tally, or any other questionnaire software that you use, even like GHL questionnaire flows. What has worked well is this. So 10 questionnaire, we ask for like ad spend, revenue, and everything else in between. But what matters is not only the volume, but also the sequence of questions, because the importance of the Typeform questionnaire is actually to improve buying intent. So let's do a quick example here. So when it comes to a Typeform flow, a good balance that we've noticed is roughly around 5 to 7 questions, depending on the industry. We have some clients where they're running 12 questions, which is great. But this is a good balance that we've seen across for B2C and also B2B, and I'll tell you like which ones to actually change to. So let's say for the first question, question number 1, this has to be what I call an ICP confirmation. So ICP confirmation. Simple yes or no. Right? Yes or no. Very, very easy. You always want to have the first question something easy so the drop-off is not too major. Because like your highest drop-off is going to happen on the first question. So an ICP confirmation. Let's say for if you're in like a fitness industry, an ICP confirmation is going to be, are you a Southeast Asian woman above 30 trying to lose weight or get in better shape? Hyper specific. Yes or no? Yes. Right? If they say yes, they continue on the form. Then the second question, now we go to more of emotional questions. So we have the ICP confirmation, something hella easy. Now we go to a bit more of like harder hitting questions. So it's going to be, what is the biggest problem? So problem. Very hard, difficult to spell with a mouse. Right, so problem. What is the biggest problem that you're currently facing right now? It's like, hey, I'm struggling to lose weight. I'm struggling to gain muscle. I'm struggling with my confidence. I'm struggling to fit in my clothes, right? Or any of the questions in between. Because when it comes to a questionnaire flow, the biggest thing is like you want to get that emotional buy-in. Very small micro commitments, but you really want to trigger their emotional. Even for like our funnel, which is B2B high ticket, we go with heavy problems too. One of the biggest problems, like people that come through our funnel, people that partner up with us, one of the biggest problems that they face is lead quality. They've probably been burnt by an agency before. They've tried copying and pasting a lot of things online. They tried implementing it, but like they've got burnt before, and they struggled with lead quality and messaging flows and etc. They had nothing, which ruined their P&L. Okay, problem. So number 3 is gonna be, what have they tried to solve this problem? So solved, tried, right? Tried. So it could be, I've tried keto diets. I've tried a multitude of diets. I've tried other fitness coaching programs. I've tried, 15,000 steps every single day for 6 months. Nothing has worked. I've tried going to the gym 20 times per day. Exaggeration, but what they have tried. All right, next question is going to be, why now? So more of emotional questions. So you want to make sure all of these are logical, right? If the sequence here is messed up, it wouldn't make sense. Like why? Like it can't be ICP confirmation and then your fourth question of like the second question is going to be, why now is the right time? That makes zero sense. You have to feed it in. Like ICP, problem, what they've tried, and also reason. So the fourth question is going to be a reason. Why now is the best, like, why do you want to solve this problem? Number 2, right now. It's like, hey, I want to solve this problem because my wedding is coming up in 6 months. I want to solve this problem because I want to feel better and I want to play with my kids. Right now, my body doesn't allow me to do that. Or I want to solve this because I want to be a better partner for my wife, for my husband, or for my family. Or I want that emotional energy back so I can focus more on work and feel great of what I'm doing. So that's number 4. So reason. And then next question is going to be number 5. Is going to be more of like emotional commitment. It's called a commitment check. So, hey, the question is going to be something of, if we can solve this problem for you, like if we tailor a problem for you to solve it in X time frame with X guarantee, like how soon can you move forward? Immediate, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, etc. That's more of a time commitment check. And then number 6 is either a, there's going to be 3 reroutes here, right? 3, let me show you. Number 1 is a typical name, email, and phone. Some people, they use Instagram handles. We personally use Instagram handles because we can get all of that information in it, and we use Instagram quite heavily for our setting processes. Or for some people, they do a finance qualification check, right? So we can actually financial qualify before the call. For some industries, this works. For other industries, even if you have like revenue or MRR or like ARR or like what's their salary, people lie on the form, so it doesn't really matter. So for some industries, we actually just remove that. It's too expensive. All right, so some of them, it's going to be a finance check. So how much money that they got to help financially qualify, and then we reroute them to this or this. So it can go to 7 questions. All right, so it depends. So after the commitment check, after the 5th question, you can either go to a standard lead form collection, you can go to like an Instagram handle, or you can go to actually like a finance qualifier, and then go to a lead collection, your name, email, and phone number again, or your Instagram handle. So all reroutes. So this is the best format in terms of the balance of the cost. So it's not expensive. It's not a $1,000 cost per qualified call, but also we get the volume. So a decent cost per qualified call that is aligned with metrics such as your CAC and your LTV to CAC, but also better cost per call, but also a balance of volume. Anyways, implement this for yourself, and I think that's about it. Anyways, much love and talk soon, guys. Cheers. Bye.